Not lying.
You say a show is great, you get beaten the f up. You say a show is trash, you get beaten the f up.
Twitter.
You say a show is okay, you will get a hit put on you and everyone around you, as all your closest acquaintances will be assassinated one by one.
What's good, people? It's your boy LTG Local Track Game. You already know, baby. On the Track Cut Game today, we got a Gigguk video. Actually, Demon Slayer just set a new standard. I saw this in my recommendation. I was like, oh, okay, let me see what they talking about. Demon Slayer. It wasn't that long, 11 minutes. I was like, let's get to it. I've seen a couple of Gigguk videos before in the past, but I know he just talks about anime and actually gives like pretty good points to certain topics and stuff like that. So this might be a good listen. Let's see what we can get from this. So without further ado, we're gonna dive on in, okay? You guys enjoyed today's reaction. Smash that like button. Comment down below what you guys think. And last but not least, subscribe to your boy, because we're on a road to 10K, people. Spin me up. We do this weekly. Hey, man. Giga, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Guys, are you ready? Are you ready for the hottest take of all time?
Yeah, talk to me.
I don't think you're actually ready, so just brace yourself, alright?
Okay.
Here it comes.
What's up?
Demon Slayer
Okay.
is giving an opinion about a shonen anime. Giving an opinion about a shonen anime is kind of like walking into the ghetto in the middle of the gang war and expecting not to get lynched.
Yeah, not lying.
You say a show is great, you get beaten the fuck up. You say a show is trash, you get beaten the fuck up.
Twitter.
You say you like a character,
Twitter, it's really everywhere, but you'll see this a lot in any Twitter, bro. Any Twitter is toxic.
You don't like a character, you get beaten the fuck up. You say a show is okay, you will get a hit put on you and everyone around you, as all your closest acquaintances will be assassinated one by one, as you're forced to look on in despair, as everyone you've ever loved will pay the consequence for your dumb, stupid actions that you've brought upon the world.
Hell no.
And then you get beaten the fuck up.
And then you get beaten the fuck up.
So, anyway,
okay.
I just watched the new Demon Slayer.
Let
me ignore me today and talk.
Nah, this nigga funny. Hold on, this nigga asking.
Ignore me today and talk about Demon Slayer. But before that, I'd like to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Square Enix and Nier Reincarnation.
Should have known. I should have known.
Demon Slayer is a series that has completely blown away my expectations on just how popular it would get. Season 1, episode 19 broke the internet. The manga sold like a bajillion more volumes than the previous undisputed king, One Piece. The movie became the top grossing anime movie of all time.
Why is this, guys? I like Demon Slayer. Don't get me wrong. I like Demon Slayer. Like, what is it that puts it over? Like, to make it good? Like, I'm not saying this shit isn't good. But like, what is it that makes the appeal of Demon Slayer like so easy for people to just go into it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, what is it? And this is not no bash or anything. I genuinely just want to know.
All time. Here in Japan, it is full on mainstream with every single age range alike, and it just keeps breaking records left, right, and center. I knew, as with every shonen battle series, that it was probably going to get popular, but since my last video, I don't think it's an understatement to say that it's become a worldwide sensation.
Yeah, for
real.
And
the question that's always been on my mind is, why?
See, I like this guy. I don't know why. I just be like thinking of like what the shit is before it even fucking happens in these videos. Okay, yeah, let's figure out why. I
spent a good amount of time trying to rationalize it in my head, doing some Sherlock Holmes.
My bad, Giga. You know what I'm saying? Let me take
level brain expansion, deductive reasoning, piecing together all the possible reasons, all the little nuances, combing through the smallest details, trying to justify what sets it apart this much for it to have the impact that it does around the world. And then I watched season 2 and I was like, oh. It's just because the show fucking slaps. Demon Slayer's Entertainment District.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, season 1 was good. Season 1 was good. It wasn't really anything crazy though when I was watching it. Even like episode 19, everything that people were raving about. I mean, yeah, it's beautifully crafted and it's ufotable. It's really good. The music was hitting. Everything was really good. It was a really good moment. But I mean, I'm sorry, bro. That bit at the end, that shit kind of just fucked everything up for me. Like, it just kind of pissed me off a little bit. It kind of ruined the moment for me. The Mugen Train shit was hard as fuck. And season 2 was amazing, so it's like, yeah, I get it now.
It's just because the show fucking slaps. Demon Slayer's Entertainment District arc is some of the most pure, undistilled hype I've ever had the pleasure to experience.
It's so hype, bro.
The shonen genre. No crazy complicated power systems or 5-head battle strategies, just pure hype. I'm going to assume you've already seen the new season in this video because, let's be honest, you're not here to listen to me to help you decide whether you should be watching it because you probably already are. It's freaking Demon Slayer. And I just wanted to gush about it a bit because we have one thing we can thank for that. Studio UFO table. You know, just a while ago, I might have been just a little bit, just a tiny bit salty. When Mugen Train had beaten out the likes of Mushoku Tensei in the animation department in the Anime Awards because I thought it was unfair that a movie-level production was being compared to a TV series. But the instant this shit arc showed me that UFO table don't give a flying fuck about movie-level production.
Yeah, I say, nah. It like, this shit right here could have been a movie as well. This is movie quality, like, animation. I swear to you. This shit was damn near better than Mugen Train.
When everything they do now is not better movie level quality. This is better than season 1. Better than their own movie. Better than, and it hurts me to say this, possibly anything else they've worked on so far. Look, you know me. I would die defending Fate if I needed to, Astolfo body pillar in hand and all.
Something to get into Fate.
And I'm gonna take a moment to tell you to go fucking watch the Heaven's Feel movies because it is the studio at the top of their game. But as much as I love Fate, there is also a lot of this. When we see amazing fight sequences, it normally only lasts a few minutes. Even Demon Slayer Season 1 revolved around one short, explosive moment of animation that ended the fight. But Season 2 gave us like 6 episodes in a row of high-intensity, squeaky bum, full nut action that rivaled and sometimes even exceeded the shit you see in movie-level productions. In a TV series, what they've done here is absolutely fucking insane. And this wasn't just your typical flashy, no choreography action. There was some really cool shit going on. One of the highlights for me was just seeing how they portrayed a battle on multiple fronts. Normally, when you have a team battle in anime, it's not really a team battle, but a series of individual fights. Matchups are separated. Battles don't interfere with one another. Geologically, they might not even be near each other. Entire fights will be segmented by episodes, so it's crystal clear who's fighting who. But this was nothing like that. Attacks weave in from one battlefield to another. Strikes will come in tandem or separate depending on the ebb and flow of things. Characters actually switch targets depending on the state of the fight. It felt like the battle itself had a life of its own. It was organic. It was constantly...
In fact, that's a great perspective to look at it. Yeah, no, like, that's really what it was, bro.
Moving, constantly changing. This actually felt like one massive battle with a ton of smaller moving parts making it up. This is what a spectacle of the highest degree looks like. Mainstream or not, I gotta give respect when respect is due. The visuals were out of this world. The sound design gave life to every attack. The music sent chills down my spine. The story was solid.
Yeah, that's one thing, right? Like, that's what I'm not really getting, right? Like, maybe it's because the way I perceive a lot of media nowadays, it's just based off, like, the narrative. I'm more of, like, a narrative guy than, like, just animation and all that stuff. Yeah, animation is really cool and all that shit, and it does help. But, you know what I'm saying? The story's not that flawed, and it's like, why do I really care? You know what I'm saying? Demon Slayer, like, especially Season 1, kind of fell into that kind of road, because I was just like, I'm not really caring about a lot of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Story-wise, it just looks good to watch. You know?
Alright, here we go. Look at this guy enjoying Demon Slayer. Watch this. I'm about to end his entire career. Demon Slayer? More like D-Mid Slayer. When Christ himself resurrected from the dead.
That's a tweet that you would see on fucking Twitter, bro. That's a tweet.
Performing an impossible miracle for the world to see. Shonen fans were like, yeah, that was mid. Anytime I even mention Demon Slayer, I actually got to mute the thread because of the amount of shit being thrown from every angle and the amount of people acting like they have massive cocks because they can call a popular show everyone else likes mid. I don't know what this obsession is with the shonen community in particular with calling...
And the problem is you niggas care too much when people do that. Don't give a fuck. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. There's literal factual proof shown in numbers that is good. It's just that simple.
Other popular shonen series mid, like the only breathing technique they've learned from Demon Slayer is huffing copium, because how the fuck does this count as mid? All I'm saying is, if you want to see mid, try being an isekai fan. You merely adopted the mid. We were born in it. Molded in it. I didn't see my first good anime until I stopped crossing the road. Yes, Demon Slayer isn't a complex narrative political heavyweight like Attack on Titan is right now, but it doesn't try or need to be. Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, they might not have an ocean level amount of depth to them, but they fill the exact role they need to, just like every new...
Facts. One thing about Tanjiro was for me was that it kind of like felt like, I don't know, like personal like character development wasn't really there. Because it seems like he always like kind of had it figured out anyway. Like he doesn't really seem like he's going through any struggle other than just like getting stronger or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I kind of didn't really like that because that's why the story was kind of just like for me. But now seeing up to the entertainment district, it's almost like that Goku kind of like feel when he finally beats Frieza. You know what I'm saying? Same kind of thing with them like cutting off the what's it called? Or with Naruto beating somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just really like when that shonen feel when somebody finally beats somebody. It kind of just feels good. And that's how this felt. This felt really good. So I definitely get it. So his role of just having that like power like up development like going on, it kind of just works here. Same thing with like Inosuke and all them.
Character introduced. Tengen had some big shoes to fill, coming after Rengoku stole the show, but I think he was the perfect guy to do it. Yes, he's a Hashira, yes, he's confident and powerful, but he's oh so aware about his own limits. He has his own people he looks up to, he respects. He knows he's not the greatest or strongest demon slayer to ever live, and it was just really humbling to see a man who had accepted that he wasn't the star that shone the brightest, which made him shine even more. Like, the dude just seems like a chill bro you'd hang out with. Hell, I'd like to buy him a pint. Okay, and now he's cancelled. You can spend an eternity picking apart the plot conveniences or characters.
I don't know how old that shorty is, but that shit was wicked.
At the end of the day, I watch shonen anime for the moments that make my jaw drop on the floor, and Demon Slayer made me open my jaw so wide, a JoJo fan would have thought I just finished sucking 1,000 dicks, because I think what shines about Demon Slayer is its simplicity. A lot of people like to say, well, Demon Slayer wouldn't be as good if it wasn't for the animation. Yes, and Berserk wouldn't be one of the most beautifully illustrated manga of all time if it was drawn by a drunk ape. Writing, characters, world building, power systems, it doesn't necessarily go above and beyond compared to some of its counterparts, but it doesn't really need to. When it delivers this hard in the moments that matter, it's doing exactly what it needs to do without complicating shit. When you get to this level of popularity this fast, it isn't the intricate nuances that play the biggest factor, it's how well you can execute the simple stuff. Your grandma walks in on you watching other shows and she asks, "What's that?" And you have to explain, well, you see, grandma, this kid's trying to find his dad, so they use their nen, which is a power, to transport them into a video game, which isn't really a video game, to find clues, and now they're playing a game of volleyball because that's one of his dad's friends, who may or may...
I ain't gonna lie, that Green Island shit was kind of weird.
Isn't really a video game, to find clues, and now they're playing a game of volleyball because that's one of his dad's friends, who may or may not know where his dad is, except everyone also has superpowers, like he can use rock, paper, scissors, he can use electricity, and then there's also a clown who can turn his energy into bungee gum. So your grandma goes, "I don't get it." I really hope your grandma doesn't sound like this. As opposed to when she walks in you watching Demon Slayer and you go, "Oh, well, this guy's a demon slayer and this guy's a demon and he's trying to slice his head off." So your grandma goes, "Good. Fuck them demons."
What the fuck?
You got the bad guys. The bad guys lose when the good guys slice their head off. It's so simple, your grandma can follow along, and so every fight is just one massive build-up for this single moment, and Demon Slayer pushes this build-up to the absolute limit of intensity. The second half of the Entertainment District arc is just a big lead-up to one massive crescendo. No amount of lube in the world could prepare my anus for the pure, unadulterated hype that would be entering it. Some of these scenes came with such intensity that I forgot I knew my own breathing technique, called, well, breathing. There were some moments that literally took my breath away, and it was only after the moment had passed that I remembered to take a deep breath, to take in the sheer orgasmic energy I had just experienced, and double check that I hadn't ejaculated in the process. Forget the simple storyline, forget the by-the-book shonen formula, because there are only few shows that are ever able to make me do that. And that's the real reason I wanted to make this video. I didn't need to tell you guys Demon Slayer was a good show. I didn't need to tell you guys to go watch it, because by God, you probably already are. I wanted to acknowledge when I see something being taken to the next level, because that's what I think Ufotable have done for a TV animated series. What we are seeing here is a team who's reached the peak of their craft. Not one who's gotten there by shortcuts, but one who's carefully honed it through years of trials and tribulations. Demon Slayer feels like the culmination of Ufotable perfecting their work through a decade of hard work. There was no easy way to get to this point, no shortcut to be taken, and something like this wouldn't be possible without a team motivated enough to keep constantly pushing themselves to achieve even greater heights with every new show they take on. There are only a select few anime studios out there that seemingly come with a permanent seal of quality. A studio like this not only set the bar of quality, they are the bar of quality, and no matter how ridiculously high we think they may set that bar, somehow they find a way to exceed themselves with every new project. I called the episode 19 scene a work of art for just how masterfully crafted that segment was, and Ufotable continued to deliver above and beyond with every passing season. Moments so intense, so deeply immersing that I've run out of superlatives I can possibly say. It's incredible. It's a masterclass. It's a new standard for anime.
Hey. Okay. how he tied that in. Oh, wow. It looks so good, y'all. Why does it look so good? Bro, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, standard for animation, definitely. But yeah, man, I think he proves a point that a lot of anime, a lot of shonens exactly, don't have to be so complicated with like their story and stuff like that. Now, One Piece is a thing, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that one is a lot more like, I don't know, it's kind of different, man. Because it's like, when it comes to like you're building a whole world of like pirates and like, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to do all that world building and shit like that. That shit hits as well. But sometimes a battle shonen could just be a battle shonen. And then that's just it. You don't have to overcomplicate things. It just got to be fun. And if it's fun, then it's amazing. This is a good video. We might do more of these. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like the way that was put together. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you guys want to see more in the comment section below. You have an idea of which one I should do next, then leave that in the comment section as well. But that's gonna do it, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Y'all enjoyed this video. Smash that like button. Comment down below what you guys think. And last but not least, subscribe to your boy. We're on the road to 10K, people. You feel me? Spin me up. We do this weekly. And I'm gonna catch y'all. I'm out. Bye.